Hey YouTube, it's April coming at you on day 7 from my VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had it on August 9th at 7:30 a.m. I just wanted to give you an update, let you know how I'm doing today. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I feel all right. I got a little more energy. I got out of the house a little bit on Saturday, briefly went to the grocery store. I felt really run down, which doesn't really surprise me. People keep saying, oh, you had a major surgery. Well, I've had major surgeries before and I didn't feel this run down. I know that it's because I'm only intaking like 200 to 300 calories a day. And a body my size, excuse me, my nose, it just has a hard time running on that amount of calories. So until my body acclimates to that, I just know that I'm going to feel run down. I'm doing pretty good with my liquids and my protein. Like yesterday, for instance, I got 55 grams of protein. Never once had a protein shake. Good for me. I bought some unflavored protein powder. I have two different kinds, but I bought the Gene Pro, which is so much better than the other one because it's just a tablespoon and it's 30 calories, or I'm sorry, 30 grams of protein. So I mixed that in with some broth. It was a little weird, you know, a lot of it didn't dissolve. I don't know if the broth was too hot or what the deal was, but it had just a slight little bit of, you know, chunks in it, so I would kind of have to mush it up a little bit, but it didn't taste, so that was okay. And I was actually using ramen noodle seasoning for the broth, which I know it's very high in sodium, but when you cannot have anything and you're tired of, I don't know what's going on with my nose, I'm sorry, and you know, you're tired of drinking sweet flavored stuff, it's a means to an end for now. I really want to eat all the ramen. It's just the flavor, the taste, everything made me want the noodles. I was always one of those people who drained all of the water off of my ramen anyway and then put the seasoning on the noodles and mixed them up, and I ate it that way. So I wish I could do that again. But I know I can't, and that's okay. I was supposed to go to the movies yesterday with my mom, but yesterday I just felt really tired and run down, and I just really had zero energy yesterday at all. It just wasn't working for me. So I had gotten up and took a shower and got dressed, and I was dressed and ready, but around half an hour before she was supposed to come get me, I just texted my mom and told her, you know, I just not feeling up to it because we were going to have to drive to the next town over to see the movie and then drive back, and I wasn't sure that I was up for that drive because it kind of, the jiggling of it makes me feel a little weird. I don't really have any pain in my incisions. I really haven't from the jump. My incisions are actually very small, I think, compared to some of the other ones that I've seen. I never had any steri strips or anything. It was just straight Dermabond, you know, human super glue right from the beginning. So they've just been kind of out there, and that's okay. My only concern is that I have very large breasts and they are very heavy, and since I am heavy, they tend to sag when I don't have a bra on, and they kind of lay on top of some of my upper, or at least one of my upper incisions, and I'm just worried about that, keeping it too moist or irritating it or whatever, but I guess it's doing all right. I actually don't go back to my doctor until next Wednesday for my 2-week checkup, even though my 2 weeks is on Tuesday. And I'm really looking forward to moving on to the puree stage. I kind of feel like I might be ready now, but I'm following my doctor's orders as I have from the beginning. I really, you know, I really feel, honestly, like starting my liquid diet 3 days earlier than they told me to benefited me with my surgery, because I know there were two other ladies that had surgery with me and they really struggled with nausea, and they didn't start their diets. One started her diet when she was suggested, another one it was kind of last minute, so she only had like 5 days. I honestly, I don't know if that played any part in it, but maybe the fact that my stomach had a few more days to acclimate to just nothing, it might have helped. So if that's the case, I'm definitely grateful that I started it early. Just trying to think of anything else. No No interesting news. I have been weighing myself daily. I'm kind of a daily weigher. I know that's, a big poo-poo, don't do that. But I'm kind of liking, I just want to see what's going on with my body from day to day. And so that's what I do. And I'm at 19 pounds total so far. And I'm okay with that. Uh, I do not see a difference at all. I cannot feel a difference in my clothing because I feel very bloated. I'm sure I'm still swollen, as well as I started my period about 2 days after surgery, 2 or 3 days after surgery, and that was unfortunate, especially considering I'm on birth control. And I only missed, but I missed technically one pill because I took my pill for the day of surgery late that evening before midnight so that it would, be for that day. And I didn't take one the next day, honestly, because the day after, because I was in so much pain and just really weird about, I didn't want to try to, even though the pill is just super tiny, I didn't want to try to swallow it. But I started them again on Thursday, and lo and behold, I believe it was Friday, I started bleeding quite heavily. So I assume that that's, a lot of it is trauma from the surgery as well. My body is just like, bitch, what are you doing? And I don't blame it. I kind of been thinking that myself sometimes, but I'm just happy that I don't really feel bad. I do still have these horrible gas pains, and I don't think that they're left over from the surgery, because a lot of times I wake up in the middle of the night, or really early, very early morning, like 4 a.m. A lot of times I've waken up and they're just kind of like a rolling pain. It starts and then stops and starts. It feels like what labor pains felt like to me. A lot of people said labor pains felt like menstrual cramps, and to me they didn't. They felt like horrible, horrible gas pains that doubled you over and they gave you chills and made you nauseous. It's not that intense, but it's still quite painful. I kind of have to just, let it pass for a second. It comes and goes. So there's that. Uh, I haven't struggled with any kind of constipation. Quite the opposite. I feel as if, it doesn't surprise me considering I've put nothing but liquids in my body for over 2 weeks. And I'm not consuming this massive amount of protein enough, I think, to really have to worry about that. I'm sure once I move into solid or pureed and semi-soft foods that I probably will have an issue with that, which I'm okay with. I'm really looking forward to just having something besides liquid. I know for all of you that have been through this before, I know it's going to get better. I hope. I really do. uh, but yeah, that's it. I haven't taken any pain medication since like the day after I got home, or actually, yeah, I took a little bit the day after I got home, like a teaspoon. I got this giant bottle of Tylenol with codeine, and I literally have taken two teaspoons out of it. I'm just not big on pain meds, and unless I'm actually in pain that I feel is unbearable, I'm just not going to take them. I guess that's just how I am. Well, I guess it's good. It never led to a drug addiction of any kind, so I guess that's good. As you can see, I put just a little bit of makeup on today. I kind of thought if I got dressed and put a little makeup on, I might feel a little more human, but I know I could feel better once I'm able to get out of the house on my own. I'm not supposed to drive for a week, which technically is tomorrow. So I am probably going to get out and go get my nails done tomorrow because they're driving me crazy. And it's raining here today, which is good because I live in East Texas and it has been super, super hot and very dry. And as much as my heart breaks for those people in Louisiana who are just really dealing with all that flooding right now, we really need the rain here. And it was supposed to rain all weekend, torrential downpour and blah, 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 and it barely rained at all. But it did start raining last night, and it's been raining since I woke up earlier today, so that's a good thing. But, okay, well, I can't really think of anything else currently. I will make an update tomorrow because it'll be my official 1 week post-op. and I'll give you the stats and everything then, because I'm hoping to be down at least 1 more pound by then, because that will be something that I'm looking forward to. And I'll let you know anything else that's going on. I'm going back to work on Wednesday. I am scheduled to work 4 12-hour shifts in a row. Isn't that nice of my boss? I'm okay with it, other than the fact that I'm just worried about being tired. Thankfully, my desk is predominantly, or my job is predominantly desk work. I do work in an emergency room, but I work in registration. So I'm the person when you come in and you're like, oh, I'm gonna cut off my arm. I'm the person who sees you first and is like, oh, okay, well, let's get you back there. And I get your information and your insurance and all that stuff and put you in. That's me. Not that glorious of a job, but I really like it. It's a really good job, and I really like my hospital. So it's a good place to. And the nice thing about it is that where I work, it's just a standalone ER that our hospital owns, and it's in a building. It's in a former hospital here in my town. It used to be just a main hospital. Well, they closed it down, and then a behavioral hospital bought it. So the majority of it is a behavioral hospital, and there's actually another behavioral unit, and there's us. And then downstairs in the basement and upstairs are my college's health science classes. So when school starts a week from today, I'll be going upstairs for school, and then I'll just be able to come downstairs and go to work. So that's great. And it's literally like 6 miles from my home, which is all very convenient. And so, yeah, school starting is definitely something that I am looking forward to, but also dreading just a little bit, because with the lack of calories that I'm taking right now, my brain is just like totally not functioning on the level that it typically does. I'm not able to remember things as much. Like, I really kind of struggle sometimes and go, oh, okay, so what? As Nirvana would say, squirrel. But and I'm not a very ADHD person, so for me that's a little bit of a struggle. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of try to show you my incisions. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see them, and it's very uncomfortable for me to be showing you my stomach, putting that out there on the internet, but I just wanted you to see what mine look like, as opposed to some of the other incisions, I guess, that you might have seen, so that you can, maybe the placement of them, you'll understand why I'm not struggling too much. So we'll see how that works out. So I'm on the floor here, so just bear with me. So there they are. There is my big incision. There's this one. There's this one. There's a little one here. And there's a little one right here. And I still have the doctor's initials on me because I can't really scrub my stomach to get that off. So, just in case you're wondering what that is. So yeah, that's my incisions. I think they're doing pretty good, considering. So, yeah. And, alright, well, now that I've shown the world my big old fat belly with some cuts in it, I guess I'll be signing off for the day because I don't have any other things to let you know about. And I will get back at you tomorrow with my 1-week update and some stats and all that good stuff. So until next time, see you later.